Welcome. We are the Split-Second Squad. We're studying reaction time and working memory in gamers and non-gamers to understand cognitive differences. Overview. With 2.7 billion gamers worldwide, video games are a major pastime, prompting increased research into their effects on human behavior. Studies have explored links to aggression, depression, addiction, and cognitive processes, including executive function, attention, reaction time, and working memory. Gaming is suggested to offer cognitive, motivational, emotional, and social benefits. Our study investigates if querying participants about their gaming experience before participation influences performance. Objective. Our study aims to replicate and extend the findings of the pre-registered study by Galziv regarding the impact of questionnaire timing on the performance of cognitive motor tasks in gamers and non-gamers. Specifically, we seek to investigate whether administering a video game questionnaire before or after task completion influences reaction times in a choice-RT task, assignment task, an alternate task-switching task, and a digit-span memory task. Groups of gamers and non-gamers are presented with a questionnaire either before or after completing cognitive motor tasks. The questionnaire collects data on gaming habits and beliefs about the link between video games and cognitive motor tasks. It asks about years playing games, weekly gaming hours, types of games played, rates the perceived connection on a scale of 1 to 10, and assesses familiarity with related research. Our dataset comprises 187 entries, each with 41 variables, split into groups of gamers and non-gamers. Key variables include weekly hours dedicated to different game genres such as first-person shooter, online role-playing, and strategy games. It also captures the total weekly gaming hours. To understand the player's engagement levels, we have data on the years spent playing video games. We're also looking at the perceived connection between gaming and cognitive motor tasks, and the participants' familiarity with media reports on video games and cognitive skills. Additionally, our dataset includes metrics on cognitive performance, such as the mean reaction time in various cognitive tasks including choice reaction time, Simon, and alternate task-switching tasks. We also examine the digit-span task, captured by the digit_max variable, which measures the maximum number of digits participants can remember before making an error. This task is a classic test of working memory and attention. The dataset reflects accuracy as well, with variables on the total correct answers in these tasks. Another interesting variable is the timing of the questionnaire, indicating whether it was filled out before or after these tasks, which could influence self-perception and reporting accuracy. Each of these variables provides a multidimensional view of the gaming habits and cognitive abilities of our subjects. In the choice-RT task, participants respond rapidly to the appearance of the words right or left by pressing the J key for right words appearing on the right side and the F key for left words appearing on the left side of a central cross on the screen. Similarly, the Simon task presents participants with the same word stimuli but on either side of the cross, requiring them to press J for right words and F for left words regardless of their spatial position. In contrast, the alternate task-switching task involves identifying and responding to shapes and colors, blue or green, appearing either at the top or bottom of the screen. Participants press F for blue shapes or squares at the top and J for green shapes or rectangles, and vice versa for shapes appearing at the bottom. These are the hypotheses we propose. This hypothesis suggests that gamers questioned before a study will have faster reaction times than those questioned after. This will be tested using t-tests to compare mean reaction times. The aim is to understand how questionnaire timing affects RT performance in gamers, revealing potential impacts on cognitive task performance. This hypothesis anticipates no discernible differences in RT-based task performance between non-gamers questioned before versus after the study. Using t-tests, mean reaction times will be compared to assess whether the timing of questioning affects RT performance in non-gamers, aiming to uncover any potential impacts on cognitive task performance. This hypothesis expects no differences in digit-span memory task performance between gamers and non-gamers. Using ANOVA or t-tests, the analysis will compare task outcomes, aiming to understand potential disparities and their implications for cognitive differences between the two groups. This hypothesis posits that FPS players will have faster reaction times than RPG or strategy gamers. Analysis will use ANOVA or t-tests to compare reaction times based on primary game genre, providing insights into the cognitive demands of different game types. This hypothesis posits that participants with media awareness on video games and cognitive motor tasks will outperform those without. Regression analysis will explore this, assessing interaction effects across groups to understand how media awareness impacts task performance. This hypothesis investigates how beliefs about video games affect task performance in gamers and non-gamers. Using t-tests or ANOVA, it analyzes if reaction times vary based on these beliefs, aiming to understand their impact on cognitive motor task performance. Visualization. For the ChoiceRT task, we observe a trend where gamers who answered the questionnaire before the tasks tend to have a more consistent and concentrated reaction time distribution, implying a possible priming effect that might have streamlined their performance. Moving on to the Simon task, there's a noticeable difference particularly for gamers. Gamers who completed the questionnaire first show a tighter distribution of reaction times, indicating faster and more uniform responses. This contrasts with those who answered afterwards, suggesting that the questionnaire may have a focusing effect on gamers. In the alternate task-switching task, the reaction time distributions are varied. Gamers again show a more concentrated response time after answering the questionnaire, while non-gamers demonstrate a broader distribution, indicating more variability in their performance when the questionnaire was completed first. Gamers who completed the video games questionnaire before tasks had faster reaction times in the Simon task, while non-gamers had slower reaction times in both the Simon and alternate task-switching tasks. Answering the questionnaire before the study led to a response expectancy effect, benefiting gamers but hindering non-gamers. Thank you. Hope you liked our presentation. We are the Split Second Squad. Signing off.